I'm Khafifa Alia, and welcome to the first series of roundtable discussion. Nowadays, we can see food being invented day by day. On the bright side, it's good to see the food industry is growing up. However, what about the safety issue? Will the consumers still be able to enjoy their tasty food with additive-free and clean labels? What is the challenges faced by the technologies nowadays? So, to bring the discussion, I proudly present our expert, Dr. Ng Jin Ning, a food technologist from QSR brand, Dato Cheng Wei Nick, CEO from Amazon company, and we have Ms. Nur Aisha, our halal executive, and also our respected consumer, Ms. Lo Rie. Okay, hi everyone, I'm glad to see you guys today here. Okay, Ms. Rie, as a consumer, do you have any idea on this issue? Do you know anything about food additive or clean label? You want to share with us?
Nowadays, I believe that most of the consumers are really take serious matter on clean label and food additives. We think that the additive-free food is without adding chemical substances, whereas a clean label food is natural and its ingredient is familiar to us. Yet, different consumers will have different opinions of it. The definition and importance of clean label food, it varies according to one's health issue and age.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Lo Rie. So, such a good definition given by her. So, let's hear from our expert, Dr. Ng. What say you?
So, in my opinion, it is undeniable that additive-free foods and clean label practice is the most significant challenges towards us recently. This may be due to consumers may have their own definition that probably deviates from our perspective towards this practice. Some of them may also misunderstand the terms additive-free and clean label. We are facing difficulties to have the same definition with our consumers. These actually have great influence towards the food industry as it decides the attitude of consumers towards our food products. Since additive-free and clean label are not necessary to be practiced in all of the food products as long as they always cite to the consumers. But consumers tend to know all the sources of food ingredients and the ways of products being produced. So we are now basically focuses for searching a good way to make our food products more transparent through clean labels, same as the expectation from our consumers.
Alright, thank you, Dr. Ng. Apart from what Dr. Ng said, apart from having challenges of producing additive-free and clean label food, consumer acceptance and also understanding about food additives also being challenges for food industries nowadays. So consumers always have their expectation on how certain food should taste or be like. So let's hear from our respected CEO, Dato Chen. As a CEO, your profit is definitely your ultimate goal. So does this practice give any effect on your profit?
I think I agree with Dr. Ng. The idea which Dr. Ng reviewed is very marvelous. From my point of view, we as a food manufacturer have to identify our customer group as what are their requirements on the product which they want to purchase. We also have to understand what are their expectations on a product with additive-free and clean labels. So this statement can often be a challenge to the food production. However, this statement on a food production, on a food products can actually attract more customers, and as people now are getting more health conscious, this statement can give a consumer a perception that the food products are healthier to consume. So based on my company sales record of 2018, food products with additive-free and clean label have higher sales in the market compared to other traditional food products.
Alright, so from what Dr. Ching said, it seems like the consumer is now aware about their health issue, and also they don't mind purchase on this kind of product. So, but I wonder, how about the halal issue? Miss I, maybe you want to share anything with us, maybe on the clean label terms?
Alright, clearly, Malaysia Food and Regulation has stated well about the additives-free labeling. However, the way to define clean label is kind of tricky, and it is not stated clearly what natural is. So people will refer the clean label as natural, but how true it is, we have no idea about it. Many food manufacturers take advantage of the term clean label as it is free for general use. They use it for marketing purposes. An example of the statements such as no artificial flavor or no flavor enhancer are commonly used to deceive the consumers. Regarding to the halal issue, it is not a big issue as long as the ingredients used are halal and adhere to the Sharia law.
Alright, thank you, Miss Ain. But since you are the most expert in this field, can you please give us more example on what you said previously, so that our audience and the laymen out there who watch this may understand better?
Okay, let's see the latest product of Dutch Lady Milk. Lately, they produce a juicy milk with orange and strawberry flavor. The main point here is there is a statement on the packaging that said that they use real juice. They use this term to attract the customer to buy their product. But from the list of ingredients used, they put in juice concentrate instead of the real juice. So, how real is the juice or how pure is the juice used in the milk? We don't know. The question here is, does this statement deceive the consumers?
Alright. Alright. It seems that food industry is trying to deceive consumer, and also they try to attract the consumer by having that kind of statement in their food packaging. So every situation will have advantage and disadvantage. So I would like to know, what is the pro and cons of having this kind of situation nowadays? Is it that worse or is it still good?
People always look for healthy food to cope with their hectic lifestyle. If we found a food with clean label, of course it will attract us to buy because its ingredient is familiar and recognizable to us. For example, if a product mentioned that it contains tocopherol instead of vitamin E, people might not purchase it. This is because the term tocopherol is not familiar to them. Generally, people will choose the food product with as few ingredients as possible. This is because we think that the lesser the ingredient, the more healthier it is. So in my opinion, I think in this situation is more to pros to the consumers, because in this situation, the health issue can be highlighted, yet how clean the label is still a question.
Maybe.
I agree with you, Ms. Erlin. And the interesting point in having clean label is it's encouraging people to choose healthy food rather than unhealthy food. Moreover, people nowadays are more concerned about taking a good care of their health from the food that they eat. For instance, people are not only buy the good quality product, they also think about the long-term effect that they might have. Besides, the statement of the clean label used might be considered as cheating to the consumers by the profit level food manufacturer. But this will be definitely another issue in the marketplace after the health issue.
Alright, thank you, Miss Ain and Miss Erlin. This is it seems like this situation is good as long as a food manufacturer become transparent enough towards their consumers. Okay, recently I have read about the food technologies is working so hard doing the reformulation on or in order to produce additive-free and clean label food. So maybe Dr. Ng can share with us what is this reformulation things, and also does this reformulation give effect on the food processing?
Sure. One of the most significant development recently is the calorie reduction program. This is a major reformulation program of processed food products, as calories are the key intervention that contributes to obesity. The full program is currently under development, and we hope that by the year 2024, the calories of processed food products can be reduced by 20%. The baseline level of calories for each food product was published in 2017, and the food products covered by these programs are egg products, potato products, crisps and savory snacks, table sauces and dressings, pizza, and many others. By this way, we can produce a healthier food product for our consumers.
Alright, I can't wait to reach 2024 so that I can enjoy my favorite pizza and snacks with lower calories. So, Dr. Chen, do you have any take on this method?
From a point of view, consumer always having negative perception on the synthesis chemical food as they think that it will be harmful to the health. However, during the food manufacturing, there are some challenges like measurable effect like fruit composition data and sales data, ingredients challenges like ingredient substitution and inability of compromising sensory qualities, and lastly, the transparency towards the consumer. So, these challenges should be taken into account in order to produce a quality assured products and build consumer confidence.
Alright, thank you. So the availability of the alternative product seems to be a big problem for the food industry nowadays. So Dr. Ng, what is the hardest part for you and your team for the perspective of the food technologies?
The challenges with regard to this practice is consumers tend to use their own way to find out and understand the function of an ingredient rather than getting consultant from us or reading a long and complex scientific report published by the expert. In this case, obviously, surfing the internet is a better choice for them. However, they just follow blindly whatever information they get from the internet without or never wondering about the trustworthiness of each fact. As a food technologist, the problem is how can we provide a good evidence to convince our consumers and teach them the ways to filter whatever information they obtain from the internet.
Alright, maybe the Dr. Chen want to add on some more?
That's true, Dr. Ng. The other significant challenge will be the limitation of food packaging labeling. For instance, our company products Amazon orange juice. During the manufacturing process, the food technologies in our company will emphasize on the consumer requirements like deeper orange color, long-lasting juiciness of orange pulp, and also the retention of vitamin presented after the heating process. So it is actually hard for us to achieve and maintain such quality if we have to remove those ingredients like artificial color and artificial flavor as we want to achieve the food additive free and clean label in our products. So reformulating products may enhance consumer perception by increasing the number of certified organic products is offered, but it has its own limitation as more complex product might be not suitable.
Alright, thank you. So from what Dr. Ng said that having technology is good, but not knowing how to get information from reliable sources is a terrible practice. Different ingredients will react differently, so everything have their own limitation and it's hard to control everything in one time. So Miss I, maybe you have any target or expectation in the future?
Maybe one day we may see all the food products in the marketplace are known as healthy due to the clean label and additives free labeling. So it is time for the consumers to be exposed what the ingredients used in the food products. Food manufacturers as well as government authorities have to take some actions in sharing a lot of information about the real ingredients used during the food processing. By this way, this will give a clear message why the clear label is still used in the butter tea.
Alright, so seems like we don't have much time. So for the conclusion, we can see that everyone played an important role in producing additive-free food. For the food technologies, the experts, they have to deliver the correct fact